But when a person is not in heaven, then it's much more critical. Why? Because now he's in a desperate situation and nobody can help him besides his children to do something for his soul. But the way Hashem sent the soul is not always in a normal body like us. We are normal, which means we have a free choice. We can do good, we can do bad. That's why we have a trial. We have a judgment day. The animals don't have it. Because the animals don't have Torah to be tzaddik or rasha, to be good or bad. Whatever they do, it's like robot, it's instinct. They do whatever they want, they dismiss, no punishment. But a person, every word comes from his mouth, he get a very serious punishment when he die. Cannot run away from the punishment. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't let one sin go away without the punishment. Even one. One curse, one punch, every time he's Mechalel Shabbat, every time he steal, every time he cheat, everyone he does something bad. Whenever he does something bad, if he died without making tshuva, if he dies without fixing it, then he has to pay for it. How he pays for it? There's different ways. Some, they go to a place that is called Gehenom, hell. That's called 7 different places that the soul get clean. And it's very, very painful. Very, very painful. Because the soul get clean, nobody asks you if to clean you or not. Hashem cleans you and it's very painful. But sometimes Hashem sends the person back to this world to give him another chance to clean his soul by himself. Which means he can do good and bad. He has to choose. If he does good, he cleans the soul. He makes the soul better. If he does bad, he makes the soul worse. So it's an open game. You can lose, you can win. It's up to you. But sometimes Hashem sends the soul not in a body. He sends the soul in a raw material, in a rock. In a rock, in a mountain, in the sand. It's come in something that cannot live. It's not a living object. It's raw material, in a diamond, in many, many different things, in a wall. And then sometimes it comes as inside tzomeach. Tzomeach means plants, trees, fruit. And sometimes it comes in the body of an animal. Dog, cat, mouse, snake, cow, birds. So that means the soul of a person goes inside an animal. And it's very, very bad suffering because the soul of a person, especially if he's a Jew, is the highest level of soul. And you put it together with the nefesh of the animal, it's horrible, horrible suffering. Even if the dog have a life of a king, there's nothing to do with the life of the dog. It's a spiritual punishment that the soul of Hashem, its divine soul, is glued together with the nefesh of a dog or a nefesh of a cat. It's horrible punishment, worse than hell, worse than Gehenom. But there are different levels of reincarnation, Gilgulim. Raw material is the lowest, plants is higher, animals is higher, and people are higher. So sometimes the soul has to come back few times. In the beginning it comes as raw material. What? Like seeds. Seeds that we put in the ground. That's raw material. It doesn't, it's like, if you take something you put in the ground. Then it grows. And fruits starting to come, or vegetables. So it goes from raw material into a plant. And then comes the animal and eats this vegetable. So it becomes, in the beginning it was raw material, then he went higher to be a plant, and then he went into an animal, and then the person take this cow and kill it. So he went from raw material to plant to animal to a person. Now when he goes into the body of a person, when a person eats, if he make a blessing, he release the soul from the suffering of the soul. And after he eats it, the bed goes into the bathroom. That's why when a person goes into the bathroom, he has to wash his hands right away, even if he wasn't sitting. Just take a towel. As soon as he go in, he has to wash his hand. Why? The bathroom is a bad place. Because all the bed of the soul goes there. All the bad things, spiritual bad things. and then the good becomes blood, and the blood is going into the brain, and inside the brain is the soul of a person. All these things happen, it's correction for the person, until he doesn't have to come back to this world. But as long as we are here, that means Hashem is not happy from us. He's still waiting for us to be tzaddikim, to be righteous. And what do? Instead of becoming better, we continue to live like goyim. Continue to eat everything. Continue to eat without bracha. The women don't dress nice. They don't dress modest. The man doesn't keep Shabbat. They continue to cheat in the business. They curse. They drink. They get drunk. They don't care about Hashem. They don't pray. They don't have emunah. They live like either like goyim or sometimes even worse, like animals. Whatever the dog does, they do. Whatever the cow does, he does. Whatever he sees, he eats. Whatever he sees, he wants to go make a scene. Like the animals in the nature. A dog see a dog, female, male, right away 2 minutes later, they have babies. You cannot control them. They don't have manners. Same thing the people today. Everyone live like animals. Sometimes they're higher than this. I'm not saying everyone lives like animal, but many people live like animals. Why people live like animals? Because they don't believe in Hashem. Why they don't believe in Hashem? Because nobody taught them. They never went to school to learn. They went to good yeshiva, they learn Torah. They don't ask, Hashem is here, Hashem is watching, Hashem is not watching. They know Hashem is watching. 1,000,000%. They read the Torah. If you read the Torah one time in your life, there is no such thing that you still ask if the Torah is from Hashem or no. Only the people who never read the Torah once in their life asking these stupid questions. Someone who reads the Torah one time and he understands the words, right away see more than 100 places, things that only the creator of the world was able to write. A person cannot write such thing. Like knowledge about all the water in the world, all the fish, everything who lives in the oceans, all the galaxies, all 2 million different kinds of animals. Who would know? You know, one person can know 2 million different animals? Only the one who make all the animals can write it. Only the one who make all the birds, he tells you which one has 3 legs, which one is kosher, which one has a beak, which one inside his stomach. A person doesn't know these things. Only the creator of the world. And right next to it, it says that a person must keep Shabbat. If not, he is 100% a goy. He's not a Jew. People think just because his mother is Bukharian Jew, that came from Bukhara, and she had this on her head, and she used to read Tehillim, and his mother is Jewish, she was a good woman, so I'm Jewish also. Not true. Esav's mother was Rivka, and Esav was Nazi. Esav is Nazi. The Nazi Hitler came from Esav. Who was Esav's mother? Rivka. Yaakov and Esav came from the same mother. Hitler and Yaakov Avinu, they came from the same mother. Why one is Yaakov, the nation of Israel, and one is Germany? Why? Because what you do, that's what makes you tzaddik or rasha, not who your mother is. Of course, if a goy wants to be a Jew, and he does everything Hashem said to the Jews to do, but his mother wasn't Jewish, it's not going to help him. He needs to convert. After he converts, he can keep everything. But a Jew doesn't need to convert. All he has to do is to keep Shabbat. If he keeps Shabbat, he keeps the agreement with Hashem. If not, Hashem say when he dies, you don't go where the Jews go. You go to a different world. That's very big, very bad. Why? Most of the Jews who don't keep Shabbat, they don't dream that when the time they die, that God would not let them go into heaven where all the Jews go, the one who keeps Shabbat. They don't dream. If they knew like this, you give them $1 billion, $1 billion every Shabbat, not to keep, they won't agree. Why? Who would replace eternity, life of eternity with Hashem in the highest place for stupid things like this? Like cutting hair, or driving the car, or smoking, stupid things. What do you get? What do you lose? What do you get? For a few cigarettes you're going to lose millions of years in heaven for this? And not to talk about the punishments that a person gets. It's very, very serious. So I want to read to you few laws from the Jewish book of laws. Who gave it to us? God gave it to us in Mount Sinai. That's what Passover is all about. Why are we making Pesach in few days? Because Hashem took us out of Egypt. We were a slave. He made big miracles for us. He took us out of Mitzrayim and He gave us the Torah. If He wouldn't give us the Torah, nobody would know that we were in Egypt. Who cares, Egypt or not? The only reason we remember that we came out of Egypt because we got the Torah. We didn't get the Torah, who would know that we were in Egypt? That Hashem made us all these miracles and killed Paro and his army. Nobody would know. The only reason it's important because it had a happy end. What? We got the book of God. We are the only nation who got the book of God. Nobody got the book. Only the Jews. Only the Jews. The Torah says, you are my children. You understand? God said to you, to her, to everyone, you are my daughter, you are my son. You cannot live like a dog. Everything you see you eat. Everything you see you touch. No. You are like me. I'm honest, you have to be honest. I keep Shabbat, I created the world in 6 days, and the 7th day I didn't make a bug. Nothing. You have to be like me. I'm modest, you are modest. I have pure things and I have not pure things. You have to be like me. I never curse. I have a clean mouth. You have to be like me. You're not a dog and you're not a goy. The goyim do whatever they want almost. They have only 7 laws to keep and they have heaven small in a lower level. But you have to be like me. But don't worry, I pay you for that. You're not working for free. But if you don't listen to me, then you're going to get a serious punishment. So why? Why to be stupid? Why in the end when a person dies, he has to wait for his children to do yortzeit for him to save him? He can save himself now. Every one of us that lives here can take care of his own soul. Why to wait that maybe my children will do the right thing to help me? Why to count on someone else? Right now it's in your hand. So I want to read to you few of the laws. First of all, you should know it's mitzvah from the Torah when someone passed away that his children see Shiva. First 3 days is from the Torah. Actually 1 day, first day. First 3 days is more important than the other 4. But we see in the Torah that when Aaron died, everyone mourned for 30 days. Everyone who dies, the Torah says that everyone cry for them. So we learn from the Torah, when a person dies, it helps him very much that his children and everyone in his family, they cry in his funeral, and then they sit in a house Shiva. And the Ari HaKadosh, which was the biggest Mekubal, he said in the first 7 days, you don't put the matzeva, the stone. You wait 7 days. Why? Because the soul goes to the cemetery back and forth. It's not good to put. Only after 7 days you put. But you put it before 30 days, not after 30 days. But first 7 days, no. The soul still see what's happening here. You don't put the matzeva. Because the soul still thinking maybe Hashem will give me a chance to come back. Because sometimes we have people who die and come back to life. Somebody in India 2 days was dead and came back to life. In Israel, one person 43 minutes was dead. 43 minutes and came back to life. There are cases like this in the world. So let me read to you some of the laws. And then you think if you want to be here or you want to be here. It's up to you. Nobody's forcing you. It says like this. המומרים והמוסרים אין מתאבלים עליהם. Someone who's mumar, he follow Christianity, Jew, talking about the Jew, follow Islam, follow the 7-day Advantage, follow Jehovah's Witnesses, all this nonsense, fake religion that doesn't worth a penny. Someone like this, when he died, you don't see Shiva on them. And you don't cry for them. And someone who goes away from the Jewish nation in his behaving. He's not religious, he doesn't care about Hashem, nothing. והם האנשים שפרקו עול מצוות מעל צווארם. They don't keep any mitzvot, they live like goyim. Eat pork, eat shrimps, don't fast on Yom Kippur, מחלל Shabbat, no kippah, no tzitzit, nothing. Right? והם כשאר אומות, they're like other nations of the goyim. אין מתאבלים עליהם. Don't sit Shiva on them, you don't mourn on them. אלא, listen good what I'm reading to you. It's in Shulchan Aruch. I'm giving you the source. Don't say I say. Say the Torah say. Shulchan Aruch, chapter of Yoreh De'ah, Shin Mem Hey, it's 345, fifth provision, Halacha Hey. That's right there. I'm reading from there. Listen good. Their relatives wear white, like a holiday. Listen good. Not only they don't cry for them, they wear white. And they make a party. And they eat and they drink lechaim. You hear this or no? You only cry for someone who care about God. God say to give him respect because he gave me respect. But if he didn't give me respect, you don't give him any respect. This is it. This is the halacha today of the chief Sfaradi rabbi in the world, Rav Ovadia Yosef. Same halacha. Nothing changed. The Torah is the same Torah today. If a boy died before bar mitzvah, God forbid, you only mourn for him 1 month, not 1 year. He doesn't need long mourning because it goes express to heaven. Up to bar mitzvah, the sin doesn't stay on his soul. And you make a yortzeit in the 30th day and finish. Someone, chas v'shalom, in the middle of sitting shiva, his son's supposed to get married and his father passed away. It happens all the time. So now in the wedding of his son, is Avel. His shirt is ripped, he's sitting shiva. Can he come to his son's wedding? The answer is yes, but without new clothing. You can put a coat over the shirt, whatever, it doesn't change his clothes. But he cannot participate in a dancing and in a music. Only in a chuppah. And if it's after the Shiva, the 12th month, and he wants to listen to the music and see the dancing, he can be a waiter. He can be a servant. He put in a chair, in a table, he walks, and by the way, when he walks, he also see the party. He serves whiskey, a little bit, wine to the table, and this is okay. Sometimes they pass people from a grave to a grave, like they want to bring them to Israel from overseas. They take out the bones and then bring it to a different grave. What do we do? If we open the grave of someone, we have to, their children have to sit 1 day. Instead of 7 days, it's like another morning for 1 day. Until the evening. So if they took him at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, all he has to do from the moment they open the grave until the sunset, he sits, like sitting Shiva, for a few hours. You understand? And even if they bury him tomorrow, right? 1 day is sitting Shiva and that's it. Now is a big question. When the people start to sit Shiva, from the time of the burial or from the time of the death? Sometimes it's hours. Person can die today and the funeral is already the next day. So when does the Shiva start? From the time a person passed away or from the time that they bury the body? From the time of the burial. Not from the time of death. So if they found the body, God forbid, 1 month it was somewhere, nobody knew. It's already rotten, right? And now they bury it. From now they have to sit Shiva, from now. The Shulchan Aruch, in Yoreh De'ah, Shin Samech Bet Hey, it says like this: you don't bury a wicked Jew with righteous Jews in the same place. If you want to bury them in the same cemetery, you must make a wall between them, or a fence. So that means, if there is a department where everyone buried there is Shomer Shabbat, and now they want to bring somebody that is not Shomer Shabbat, they're not allowed to bury him with all the Shomer Shabbat. They have to bury him in a separate place. And if not, They have to make a wall between him and them. And what happened if he bought a grave? He said, I bought a grave here. Well, you're telling me not to use it? They don't care. They don't let him bury there. They don't. They have to transfer him and give him a different grave. And what happened if they bury him by mistake? They open the grave and take him out. Cannot be buried Mechalel Shabbat with Shomrei Shabbat, because as I explained to you, according to the law, Mechalel Shabbat is 100% a goy. And you don't bury goyim with Jews together in the same cemetery. Now I want to ask you, like brother to brothers, for those who don't keep Shabbat, it doesn't burn your heart to read this book of the law of God? That God call you a goy? What's going on here? So the question is, well, it doesn't. If I would be a Chalel Shabbat, Chas v'Shalom, and I read this, it would burn my heart. Most of them Chalelei Shabbat, they don't know what God thinks about them. They think everything is good. I'm making millions. Saddam Hussein also make millions. So what? Bin Laden make billions. Hitler had millions. All the wicked people have lots of money. So what? Is that means that God love you? Rabbi Hanina ben Dosa, Hashem was crazy about him, in love with him. And he didn't have what to eat, barely. He was eating carrots and water, that's it. And Hashem said, the whole world is thanks to my son Hanina, and look what he's eating. Carrots from the tree, that's it, doesn't have food. No meat, no eggs, no bread, no nothing. It's not a sign for anything. If you have money, doesn't mean Hashem love you. Sometimes it's the other way around. Hashem pays you for a few good things you did, because He is not giving you heaven, so He wants to pay you over here. And the righteous people, Hashem is prepared to keep for them the reward for the next life, because it's eternity, there's no end. So many people think, how do I know if Hashem loves me or not? If business is good, that means Hashem is happy for me. If business is bad, that means Hashem is angry at me. Not true. Not true. It could be the opposite. That now Hashem is happy from you, and before He didn't plan to give you heaven, and He didn't plan to put you in the afterlife, and now when you became tzaddik, He changed His plan for you. So because He's going to put you in heaven when you die, He has to pay you for your sin over here. So yeah, a few bad years. Business is bad, you lose, problem, little bit doctors. Why? To clean you over here, and then to send you to heaven. So the point like this, when a person is passed away, we say Kaddish for him for 1 year. Why we say Kaddish 1 year? For everyone who passed away, there is a trial for the soul, mishpat, judgment for 1 year. Judgment 1 year. That's why we say a lot of Kaddish for Hashem to have mercy on this person. But somebody who's smart, he doesn't wait for the Kaddish to save him in his trial. He fixes everything here, it's in your hand. Person can fix. If you come and tell me everything you say is beautiful, but I don't believe in the Torah. I don't believe. I grew up in public school. I came from Russia, I came from Iran, I came from who knows where. Over there they didn't teach me Torah. So I don't believe in it. So my answer to you is, what do you think? Because you believe or you don't believe it changed the reality? It's not going to change your reality. You believe, fine. You don't believe, also fine. You pay the price. You're not doing anyone a favor. So if you want to be smart, not being stupid, you come and argue. So prove to me the Torah is from Hashem. If you prove to me the Torah is from Hashem, not 90%, 101%, you prove to me the Torah is from Hashem, I'm going to change. You can't prove to me, I don't want to change. By the way, that's also very stupid. Why? Because even if there is 1% chance, that's it, 1% chance the Torah is from Hashem, it's enough to keep all the mitzvot. Who wants to take 1% risk to suffer for eternity after he died? 1% chance. Who wants to take this chance? If somebody gives you a gun, and he say, there were 100 guns over here, only one of them has a bullet, 99 are empty, we don't know which gun we gave you, shoot! Press the button. Would you do? And if you did, your hands will go like this for an hour. Why? There's 1% chance there's a bullet. So there's 1% chance that Mechalel Shabbat will suffer forever when he dies. It's not scaring you? How can it not scare you? Now everyone here knows there's much more than 1% chance the Torah is from Hashem. It's the best seller in history. Everybody is stupid. The Rambam was stupid. Rabbi Akiva was stupid. Moshe Rabbeinu, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, tens of thousands of the most genius people in history. They put tefillin and pray and keep Shabbat. Everyone is stupid. Only me, I'm smart? Of course not. They are smart, I'm stupid. So what should I do? I should wake up. But I have news for you. I gave you before this CD, this one. This CD, you can see, believe me, we kill ourselves to make it easy for people that they don't have excuses. This one is a 4-hour seminar. 4 hours. It was in Hebrew. Then I made it in English. Then they made it in Istanbul, they made it in Turkish. Somebody is making it in Spanish now. And now I made it for you in Russian. But, before, when I had a debate with a priest, I had a big argument with a priest, Christian priest. So I made Russian subtitle. But then somebody came and told me, you know, it's a problem that you made Russian subtitle. Because not everyone who speaks Russian knows how to read Russian. You know, my parents, they speak good Russian, but they don't read all these words. And this and that. Only the Russian from Moscow, they know how to read good. People who came from other places, not everyone reads good. You have to make Russian speaking. I said it costs 5 times more. You have to get studio, get a professional guy. Somebody has to type 4 hours, thousands of words, and check it. And then somebody has to record it, and then a studio man, and adding it together, and printing, new printing, lots of money, many thousands of dollars. I say, you know what? We have to do it. Why? Because the Russian-speaking people in the world today don't have something like this. We must do it. There's hundreds of thousands of Russian-speaking. So we did it. Now it's the highest level. It's a professional Russian, like the university, good voice, nice music, nice picture. Even the wall become religious after he watched this DVD. The wall, the next Shabbat, the wall will keep Shabbat and make Kiddush. Why? Your mind have to be blocked if you see this and you continue not to keep Shabbat after you watch this. All you have to do now is watch it. And I want to bet with you if you come back to me and say, I'm still not sure if the Torah is from Hashem after you watch this.
Good. Thank you.
That's it. After you watch this, no more questions, no more excuses. So what happened? You want to keep Shabbat, but your father doesn't want, or your wife doesn't want, or your husband doesn't want, or your children don't want, or your brother is your partner, he gets angry. So what are you going to do? The answer is, who cares? Since when your brother is more important than God? Since where your parents is more important than God? God say respect your parents only when they respect me. They don't respect me, you don't have to respect them. It's all if they first respect me. If your parents say to you don't keep Shabbat, you're not allowed to listen to them if you love them. If you hate them, you listen to them. If you love them, you never listen to them. Because if your father come and say, go kill my enemy, here is a gun, go kill him. You listen to him?
No.
But your father says, I'm your father, you have to listen to me. You say, yeah, you're my father, but God is my father and your father together. And he says, you should not kill. But your father said, listen, if you don't kill, you're not my son anymore. So what are you going to say? Very bad, I'm very sorry that this is the father that I have. That he tells me to go against God. You understand? In a nice way. You don't have to fight. If he doesn't understand, it's very sad. But I don't have permission to listen to him when he comes and tells me to do something against God. If he doesn't want to keep, my job is to try to convince him. In a nice way, without fights. In a nice way. If he doesn't want to keep, fine, he doesn't want to keep. But I must keep. Same thing my wife. Same thing the husband. You don't want to keep, you don't keep. I have to keep. And there's no excuses. And if the husband say to his wife, get in a car, she doesn't have to listen to him. And if he say to her, I'm going to divorce you, she doesn't have to be afraid of him. Because if he wants to divorce her because she doesn't want to be Mechalel Shabbat, that means he doesn't love her. Because when a man loves a woman, he will walk all the way to China for her. He won't tell her, oh, you don't want to be Mechalel Shabbat, so I throw you out. If he wants to throw her out so easy, something is not good there. You understand? That's the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. The truth hurts. One American guy, a banker, told me today, I give out your CDs to my friends. They're all American, you know, all educated people. And they all get very frustrated when they hear the CDs. So he said to me, but they all admit there's nothing they can answer. It's the truth, but it kills them. Why? Almost all of them, their children marry goyim. When they hear it in the lecture, it burns their heart. Almost all of them not Shomer Shabbat. When they hear not Shomer Shabbat is a goy, it kills them. Almost all of them eat not kosher. Almost all of them don't keep Yom Kippur. Now it's Pesach, they eat bread on Pesach and drink beer. They're like goyim 100%. So when they hear a CD like this, it bothers them very much. It's like a person comes to the doctor and the doctor tells him you have cancer, lo alenu. He gets very angry. But why you get angry at the doctor? The doctor didn't bring you the disease. The doctor is trying to help you out. The doctor said, let's see how we can save you. And that's exactly what I do. The doctor is a cure for the body. But with or without the doctor, the body will be here 70, 80 years and it's over. No matter how great is your doctor, he's not going to make you live forever. But the rabbi is the doctor for the soul, which would live forever. So who's more important? Your doctor or your rabbi? The Gemara say, if your father lost his wallet, and your rabbi lost his wallet, and you have time to look for one of them, who you have to look for? For your rabbi. Why? Your father brought you to this temporary world. You're going to be here 70, 80 years and it's over. So he did you a nice favor. He gave you 7 years of life. And your rabbi will bring you to life of eternity. It will be forever. The soul forever. If the rabbi is in jail and the father is in jail, who he should release if he has only money to release one? In 5 hours is Shabbat, Friday. He goes to the police station. But he doesn't have enough. He can only release his father or he can release his rabbi. What's the halacha? He has to release his rabbi.
The rabbi is in jail.
In Russia they put the biggest rabbis in jail. You heard about the Gaon of Vilna? The Rebbe from Chabad, the Russians, the communists, put them in jail. If you put tefillin, they put you in jail. If you do Brit Milah, they put you in jail.
But you can't release the rabbi from the jail in Russia. You have no power.
With bribe you can do everything in Russia. In Russia it's called, in Turkey it's bakshish. Everything bakshish. Somebody wants to do something, you take $100 from the pocket, you play with that, he gets the point. In Egypt the same thing. In many countries it's like this. You give something, it's all over. That's how it is. That's the language they understand. You understand? Bottom line, we have to wake up. Now we are before Pesach. The Gemara says Pesach is very, very possible that the Mashiach would come in Pesach. Because it's the holiday of the freedom. Benisan nigalu, benisam atidim ligael. The salvation, the Geulah can be any minute. The question is when Mashiach comes, where are we going to be? Are we going to get saved? Or Chas v'Shalom, we're going to be destroyed. Why? Because the Gemara says, Huva leTzion Goel, Leshave Pesha beYaakov. The Mashiach comes for those who make tshuva, those who became religious. Someone who stay not religious, the Mashiach doesn't come for him. And all the people who come back to life from the graves, Tchiyat HaMetim, who's going to come? Someone who was killing people is going to come back to life? No, only somebody was tzaddik, he comes back to life. That's what the Gemara says, Verabim miyeshenei afar yakitzu. Many of the dead people will come back to life, but not all. Many, but not all. Many will not come back to life. They'll stay in hell where they are. They'll not come back to life. The question is, we want to come back or we don't want to come back? You want to come back, you have to wake up. First thing, before we even talk, right away 100% Shomer Shabbat. Tomorrow is Shabbat. Anybody here is not Shomer Shabbat, tomorrow afternoon you go to the store, you buy grape juice or wine, you buy bread for Shabbat, chalot, 2-3 chalot, whatever the family needs. You prepare fire, you cover it, it's $10, $20, you cover the fire, you can heat whatever you want on Shabbat, you prepare all the food, you leave it, you prepare whatever you want. We also eat, we also drink, we enjoy Shabbat. Don't have to be Mechalel Shabbat to enjoy. You can enjoy it without being Mechalel. No driving the car. You want to go to the synagogue? Very nice. It's going to be very good. You don't want to go? Fine. Sleep all Shabbat. Just don't turn electric. No cars, no electric. In the bathroom, you take tissue, you put in every bathroom tissue. You're not allowed to cut toilet paper. You don't write, you don't work on a computer, and you don't play with the television remote control. That's it. You become Shomer Shabbat. You do it tomorrow, you're already back to be a Jew. You don't do it, you stay a goy. Chas v'shalom, you die, you pay for millions of years. And don't say I did not warn you. Now you have to think, do you want to do it to yourself or not? I will be okay with or without you. I don't need you to do me a favor. Nothing. You don't do it for me. I didn't ask from you anything. Avram Shimonov asked me to come. I respect him very much. He's care about other Jews. He always run, give CDs. I like people like this. Not only they care about their own soul, they care about other people. It's not enough just to care about me and my children. Every Jew, it's important to save. Run, giving, donating money, running with his time, finding people, convince them to watch the CD. Many of the people, their nose is all the way up here. They think they do you a favor to watch the CD. Instead of kissing your hand, say thank you for giving me such a treasure. No, I don't have time. But after they watch it, they say, you have another 20, 30? But before, you had to convince them 6 months to watch it. But now, they run. Can you give me some more? I want for my father, for my brother, for my neighbor. Why we had to beg you 6 months? Because he doesn't know what it is. After he watched it, he calls, he said, this is very impressive, I didn't know. You know, I want to tell you something and we'll finish. I sat right here on Main Street. It used to be Kolbe restaurant here. Right? Half a mile away, not even. Right here, it was right here, Main Street in 68. It used to be Kolbe Persian restaurant. I sat with the controller of New York State, which means the Treasury. He has a signature. All the money of New York State in his hand. Do you know another powerful person like this in the world? That all the money of 20 million people of the most important city in the world is in his hand? I sat with him one-on-one for 3 hours, right here, arguing if the Torah is from Hashem or not. A Jew. 100% like a goy. But a Jew. Obviously, yes. Obviously. And also professor for history. Very smart man. Very sharp, very smart, no history, and his brain is functioning. He talks to the point. He came to my lecture in Great Neck, 45 minutes, he asked question, I answer it. After the lecture I asked him, what do you think now? He said, I still have some doubt. I say to him, you know, for somebody who came zero, now you only have few doubts. Baruch Hashem, we made a great progress. Let's sit one-on-one. I'll answer all your questions. He said, okay. I didn't believe he is serious. 10 days later, after that lecture, we met, right here. We sat here for 3 hours. I have even 2 witnesses. 2 witnesses that heard that. In the end of the 3 hours, it was already about 7 in the evening by then, he said, what can I tell you? I'm shocked. I never believed that the Torah can be proven scientifically that it's divine. Never believe. I always thought you want to believe, you believe, it's a matter of faith. But now it's so clear that it's divine. So I never believed somebody can prove it so strong. So I said to him, no, so what are you going to do now? Now you know that all your life was a big mistake. You're going to do something? So what his answer was? I'm a lost case already. I'm 68 years old, my wife not Jewish, now I just discovered my sons are not Jewish. Where will I start? Even if I want, he said. The question is, do you want to be in a situation? Most of you are young here. You want to wake up when you're 68 and you're going to say, well, I have grandchildren. What am I going to do? Now it's time to wake up, not tomorrow, now, tonight. And those who are already 68 here, I see few, still he was mistaken, it's not too late. Still can fix everything. Everything can be fixed. If you start tomorrow to keep Shabbat, and then you do Pesach, no Chametz, no everything, slowly, slowly Hashem will help you a lot. And even if you're not going to be perfect, He will understand you. Because He knows 67 years of your life went to the garbage. He knows where you come from. He knows that in this age is much more difficult. He will help you. And even if you did not finish, He will send you back, your soul, in a body of a new person, in a religious place. He put you in religious school, your parents will be religious people. It will give you the next life to be a lot better than this life, religion-wise. But it's all depend what you're going to do now. You're going to stay the same you were all your life? Fine. It's your choice. Then later when you realize what's going to happen, you're going to pull your hair off. Say, the rabbi warned me. Why I didn't wake up? Now I know what you're thinking. It's very hard to be religious. The answer is, of course not. It's not hard at all. At all. It's just going to take 3 months to get used to it. That's all. It's not hard. I have, Baruch Hashem, thousands of people who I met them like Goyim, and today they are 100% religious. Few of them are big rabbis already. I speak for 18 years. It's not from yesterday. And many of them already have yeshivot in Israel. You should see how they are. Big in Torah. So it's not hard. It's really not hard. When you're a good lawyer and you work for one firm and they pay you 100,000 a year, and another firm offering you 300,000 in a different place, and you move because it's 3 times more money, it's also hard. Now, different subway, different secretary, you know, it's hard. Every change is hard, but only for 2, 3, 4 weeks. That's it. Once you get used to the new office, they come and say, go back to the old one. So you kill me, I don't go back there. But when you left there, you're upset. Oh, now I have to move to a different place. It's so depressing. It's only hard for a month, that's it. Maximum 3 months. If a person keep 12 Shabbat, he can live without it. All week he wait, when is Shabbat already? When is Friday afternoon? The happiest moment in life, Friday afternoon. The smell of Shabbat Kodesh. Shabbat Kodesh, what do you think? It's a joke? Ot even you venechem. What do we say in the Kiddush? We'll finish with this. We hold the cup, we say the words, but we don't listen to what we say. What do we say? V'shamru bnei Israel et ha-Shabbat. And the nation of Israel kept Shabbat, observed Shabbat. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. To make Shabbat for generations an eternal covenant between me and the nation of Israel. It's a sign forever that I made the world in 6 days, and in the 7 days I rested. I did not make anything. If you keep it, you are my son. If you don't keep it, I cut your soul out of the afterlife for eternity, and you have no share to the world to come. That's what the Torah says. That's what we say in the Kiddush. It's in the Torah. I didn't write it. I did not write the Torah, remember. It's God wrote the Torah. And He say, you keep my Shabbat, you will be with me forever. You don't keep it, I'll throw you out to the garbage. And over there you're going to feel what you did to yourself. So now the question is, what do you want? You want to be with Hashem forever, or you want to drive with a car to Main Street or to Costco on Shabbat, buy some things, smoke a little bit, talk on the phone, watch a little bit stupid game on television, and lose everything? I don't know why. You can do both. You can do it on Sunday. You can drive, you can do whatever you do on Sunday. Here it's easy in America. I have 2 days off. So you don't, whatever you cannot do on Shabbat, you do Sunday. Shabbat, you rest, you sleep, you sit with the family, you bring guests, you go to your brother, you bring neighbors, you